This is Stacy McKibben with the Master Communicator podcast, where CEOs, senior leaders, and C-suite executives share their advice. It's 6 questions in 9 minutes because the best leaders know how to share their ideas concisely and quickly. Let's jump right in. Question number 1. In a few sentences, tell me who you are and what you do.
Hi, Stacy. My name is Cindy McDaniel, and I am a CEO Group Chair with Vistage Worldwide. We select and form CEOs, business owners for private advisory groups, and then coach and facilitate those groups on an ongoing basis to help them become better leaders and grow their companies.
How long have you been doing that?
4 years.
Oh, wow. Fantastic. Well, I'll be really excited. I think you not only get to see things through your perspective, but through the lens of, all the member businesses that are within your group. You'll get a unique perspective, I think, to provide us today. So I'm excited to hear your thoughts. Question number 2, what's the best thing about leading people from your perspective?
The thing that I enjoy the most is giving them something that honestly they can't get anywhere else. From drawing on my own experiences in senior leadership positions earlier in my career, there were so many times that I really wish I had someone I could reach out to and just talk to about the different challenges that I was experiencing. You can do that with colleagues, with partners, with your leadership team members, but there's always some type of agenda or other motive that can get in the way of having a truly candid conversation about what you need. So being able to offer them the opportunity to, in a completely agenda-free environment, get together and talk about their real issues and opportunities, it's absolutely rewarding to see how it helps them, and they're able to then move forward and make decisions.
Love that. So again, it's kind of that servant leadership idea, really being there to help steward others.
Absolutely.
Question 3. I often hear from other leaders that business would be great if it weren't for that pesky people part. I'm curious, what are your thoughts about that?
Well, I think a business is the people, and that if you truly want to be an extraordinary leader, that you have to look at your people as being your best asset. You have to learn how to connect with them, figure out what it is they need, and meet their needs. The management style that is very dictatorial, or do it because this is what the job is, really doesn't work anymore. Employees want to feel rewarded and want to feel that they're a part of the company that they work for. And the leaders that are able to figure that out and really connect and engage the employees at all levels, those are the ones that are going to be most successful. So I understand they can be the most challenging part of running a business, but they're also the most important part.
That's amazing. I love that. Again, it's, like you said, your most valuable asset, right?
Absolutely.
What other successful business leaders like yourself should be on the podcast?
I think that, the ones that are in the trenches that are really striving to grow their businesses, those are the large number of the businesses that Vistage serves. They're the ones that really understand what it takes to grow a business from the ground up, or to take it over as a second gen owner and really create, viable products and services and sustain the revenue growth. Those are the ones that really understand what it means to lead and grow a business. So I could certainly connect you with a number of individuals like that.
But I think what I'm hearing you say to the audience is, take a look at the folks around you. There's probably some good community leaders right around you and some of the businesses in your backyard that we could be learning a ton from.
Absolutely. And they learn from each other. It's really about learning from each other too. Absolutely.
And that's just it. But you got to be open up to it, and you got to be looking around for it, right?
You absolutely have to be open to it. Not all leaders are comfortable being vulnerable, but you have to be vulnerable if you really want to leverage your peers and learn and grow.
Yeah, they say the teacher presents himself and the student is ready, sort of idea.
Right.
Right. I love
Very
that.
good.
Yeah. What piece of advice about communication would you give to other leaders?
You can't over communicate. You really can't as a leader. The individuals that you're leading need to hear from you. They need to understand what your vision is and how you're trying to carry it out and how they can contribute to that. The more you communicate, the more productive and the happier your employees are going to be. You can't over communicate. You really can't.
So how does that go up against meetings, right? We'll often hear that there's too many meetings or death by meeting, so help
Yeah.
us to understand or differentiate the difference between over communication and death by meeting.
Right. Well, that's a good differentiator. Certainly, meetings can be run poorly and can take up a lot of valuable time. I would encourage any business to follow the basic rules of meetings, to have an agenda, to have people prepare ahead of time, show up on time, only invite the people that really need to be a part of that discussion. But I think that's separate from the type of communication that a leader needs to do company-wide. The communication needs to take place at the team levels, and then it needs to build up from there all the way to the top, where there are routine opportunities for everyone to be hearing from each other, top to bottom.
Oh, I love
And
that.
that's more the vision and answering questions, giving employees an opportunity to connect with the leadership team at the highest levels and ask them questions about what it is that they're being asked to do.
Love that. All right, magic question number 6 for you. Tell us about your favorite boss or teacher. Who's influenced you?
That would be a gentleman named Paul back in the late 70s, early 80s. He was the first one that gave me an opportunity to get into a leadership position. He saw something in me that even I didn't see in myself. I didn't know that I had the ability to do what he was going to ask me to do, but he gave me the opportunity. He coached me. He helped me build confidence to actually fulfill the role, and my career took off from there. My career took off in leadership roles, and I've loved every minute of it. But I really don't know that I would have gotten there if he hadn't picked up on it and given me the opportunities.
That's kind of what you were talking about at the start. It's about helping other people, right? And to find their
Right.
version. And, here you are talking about the person who helped you. So again, I think,
Right.
from my perspective, leadership is all about paying it forward in one way, shape, or form, right?
Right.
Which I just think is so incredibly powerful.
Right.
Well,
I
thank you.
really believe that the leader's number one job is to find out what every employee is capable of doing, what they need, and then to help them get what they
Just that.
need so that they can perform at their highest level of ability. That's your job
That's
as a
great.
leader.
All right, Cindy, that was your mic drop. That was awesome.
I appreciate the opportunity, Stacy. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being on. How can people find you if they want to reach out and learn more? What would be a good way to connect with you?
I am on LinkedIn. It's Cindy McDaniel, McDaniel with Vistage. And if you want to call me directly, I'm always happy to have a conversation, talk with anyone, and see how I can help. My number is 636-343-8859.
That's amazing. Well, again, thank you so much. We really appreciate having you on the show. And this is Stacy McKibben with the Master Communicator Podcast. For more ideas and insights, please do go check us out at www.concilioteams.com. We look forward to seeing you again next time. Take care.
Thanks, Stacy.